Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. Let's get you caught up on what's going on in our area. Early voting begins today in local runoff elections. Candidates that did not receive 50% or more of the votes in their November race are now in a runoff.
A few races headed to those runoffs include the Fayetteville mayor race and several city council positions in Bella Vista and Fort Smith. Election experts say it's likely that the turnout for these runoff elections won't be as strong as it was for the general election. They are expecting about 10% of voters to show up.
Don't forget we're having a runoff election. I know it's really easy to kind of, get caught up. This week's a holiday week. We're getting close to, Christmas and all of that. So it's kind of easy to think the presidential election is behind us. But these are some very important races that impact you on a daily basis in the city of Fayetteville and the city of Prairie Grove.
Make sure to check with your county clerk's office before heading to vote. The voting sites may be different than they were earlier in November. Election day is on Tuesday.
Well, Arkansas State Police say in the past year they've started seeing an increase in road rage and aggressive driving.
So far this year, 708 road rage cases have been reported to ASP, with more than 300 of them involving weapons. Police say if you encounter a dangerous driver, police say that you can dial star ASP and a trooper can be sent to your location.
Well, a toddler is recovering after her mom says she was attacked by their landlord's pit bull. Ivy Allman says she was outside playing with her daughters when her almost 2-year-old picked up a bone she found in the grass.
She says a dog attacked her toddler and then left major lacerations on her face. The child had surgery and 55 stitches. Allman says that her landlord told her that the dog had not been vaccinated for rabies in 3 years. When she tried to press charges with police and get the dog deemed aggressive, she said police told her that the case was closed.
It is a genuine, automatic, vicious response. Like, he went for my daughter's face. Like, he was attempting to severely hurt her. And I think cases like this, like, the dog should be deemed dangerous immediately.
West Fork police declined to talk with us, but city code says any animal that has bitten a person is a rabies suspect. The dog is behind quarantine for a 10-day period, and police say that they will be following up with the owner after the dog's quarantine period. Now let's go ahead and send it over to Zach with a check of the forecast.
All right, ladies, we've got a little bit more comfortable day today than what we had on Monday as the cold front swept through. You had the clouds, you had the patchy drizzle in the morning hours, you had that chilly, gusty north wind. We don't have that today. We're dry. We have sunshine. 50s, still cool, but you've also got winds much lighter. A south wind will take over this afternoon, mostly 5 to 10, could be 5 to 15 in a few spots. So again, lighter winds, sunshine. 50 shouldn't be too bad out there for us across the area. A southerly winds trying to bring in a little warmer air over the next 24 to 36 hours ahead of our next cold front. We're looking at temperatures upper 30s to mostly 40s scattered around going into Wednesday morning. Wednesday will be a little bit warmer, near 60 degrees in northwest Arkansas. Clouds will thicken up as we go through the day. The front will mainly be moving through late afternoon through the evening. Colder air comes in behind it. With it, late day patchy drizzle, especially by the evening, can't be rolled out. It'll be light rain if anything falls at all as we go into Wednesday night. Not enough to measure, but enough to make things a little damp. Again, colder as we go into Thursday and Friday. Look at the cold mornings ahead for northwest Arkansas. Teens will be possible next Monday, maybe even Friday, mixing in a little bit. We've got another front coming in Saturday into Sunday. The River Valley is going to be chilly as well. We've got the front again coming through Wednesday night, clearing the area. Chilly Thursday, Friday, upper 40s, low 50s. Another front comes in on Sunday, starts to drop highs. Look at the morning lows for the River Valley, well into the 20s by next Monday.
Thanks for that, Zach. Well, as we get closer to Thanksgiving Day, most people are already buying and prepping food for the big day.
5 News reporter Rachel Williams shares advice on how to safely deep fry a turkey.
One thing you need to do, you need to be getting that turkey out now. If you're going to be taking care of it on Thursday, you need to let the thing completely thaw out.
Captain Pinkley says the next thing is don't put too much oil in the fryer. Follow the fryer's recommendations up to the fill line.
Putting it into the oil, overfilling the oil, tipping it over. There's a lot of things that can happen. Even as far as you don't put the oil into the pot before you light it, you can, that aluminum pot, you can burn a hole into that pot. Now you've got oil dripping onto an open flames.
There isn't a set distance on where to deep fry the turkey, but Captain Pinkley says at least 10 feet away from your home is a safe option, and it's best to have a fire extinguisher nearby.
It's better to have it, not need it, than to need it, not have it. You have something go wrong with it, and then now you're trying to go find the extinguisher. Where did you put it? Where is it at? So, I mean, you need to make sure that you have all combustibles away. You make sure that you don't have kids, you don't have pets. You know, get off by yourself. Don't do it in the garage. Don't do it in the house. Don't do it next to the house. Get out in the middle of the yard. Make sure there's nothing around to cook that turkey.
Now, what happens if you don't follow these fire safety tips?
You have open flame. Now you have big fireball. If you have combustibles around, it can be very bad.
When you're cooking the turkey, it should take about 45 minutes, and you need a certain tool to make sure it's done properly.
Use that thermometer, make sure it's staying in that 350-degree range and not getting any hotter than it should. But easing the turkey into it, it's like I said, it's a slow, methodical process.
Williams reporting. After you're done cooking, be sure to keep the area free from kids or pets because the oil still needs to cool down, and that could take a couple of hours.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.
Have a great day.